Prepare to qualify.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll certainly wonder why you watched a semi-useless show.
Alright everybody, welcome to another edition of a semi-useless show. I'm your host Jim. I know that sounded a little in and out, didn't it?
Yeah.
The sound. Alright, well, either way, we're moving on. Like I said, welcome to another edition. This one is called Just for Sport. And for anybody, if you want to give a call into the show, you can call us at 716-249-1967 or write us on Twitter at @asemiuseless. So you can check those out at any time. We're live every Tuesday at 7:30 on YouTube Live. Like I always say, because it's the truth, the #1 Google Hangout of its kind in the universe. So I'm your host Jim. Right over here we have Sam.
How you doing?
Next to him, or Sam Cast, and next to him we have Jesse.
What's up?
What up? And some people might know me as Doogie Brown if you come on here from a Twitch account. That's what they call me. So let's get right into the discussion for the day, and that is what are real sports and what are real athletes, even if those, some sports don't require you to be an athlete. So anybody have any examples of one that they want to start off with that most people think is a sport, or most people think they're athletes?
Well, I was thinking about this, and, some things have athletes playing them, but they're not sports. I was just thinking, for example, like poker. A guy Patrick Antonius, he was a professional tennis player. He's obviously a very good athlete, and he plays poker.
Right.
But obviously, that's not a sport. It's just a competition between skilled people. And in terms of sports that you don't need to be an athlete to play, darts and bowling come right to mind.
Yeah. What about those the extreme sports? Like
those guys are athletes.
Right. So
I don't know about all of them, but I mean the skateboarders and the snowboarders and stuff, those guys are athletes.
Yeah, those are sports, I think.
I think the dirt bikers even too. Imagine trying to flip that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't know enough about them. I haven't watched them. Usually,
Right.
I don't give a lot of credit to people that are riding something powerful.
Right.
Like, that's doing all the work, and what are you doing? Like people like jockeys riding a horse. That's
Right.
not an athlete. They're just riding a
Right.
horse.
Yeah, it's like
Right, but when they do the trick, it takes
It takes
a lot of
skill
power and
practice.
skill.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
does. But can you just get that from practice, or do you have to actually be an athlete, something special to do that? Or can
I do
anyone
not
do it if they have
have the
enough time with it?
equilibrium to go upside down backwards. When I get halfway over,
I definitely don't have the fearlessness.
that's true. But I don't know how much that's athlete or,
I think there's some athletic skill involved, but everyone can do Evel Knievel's shit now that there's more powerful engines, basically.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing backflips the same length he was.
There's skill because you have to do that with less powerful engine, but you could just make a better engine, then you can jump more.
Well, it wasn't the power; it was more the weight.
Yeah.
Like the weight of those Harleys is 1,000 times more than a dirt bike.
Yeah.
But the reason why I was thinking of that, because it also leads to golf, kind of, and Ricky Fowler. I'm always wondering, like, since he was a really good in dirt bike and above average professionally as a golfer, he's got to be in like the top 10 probably ranking. So I'm wondering if that makes him more of an athlete that he does both of those.
I think there's athletes that play golf, but you don't have to be a great athlete to play golf.
Right.
Like, I think Tiger Woods was an athlete,
Yeah.
but I don't think John Daly was.
Right.
You know what? I don't know about this. I'm kind of torn. John
Yeah.
Daly had some ability he was born with. He could hit the ball farther than everyone, and he didn't even practice. He was just born with that ability.
Right.
So
It's almost like pitching. It's pretty close to pitching.
Yeah, and those guys were born with that ability, and you just can't do it.
But I'm trying to think.
I don't know. Maybe golfers are athletes. Plus, I know walking around isn't the biggest deal, but walking around in 100-degree temperatures for 4 days,
Yes.
that's tough, man. That is tough.
Oh, yeah. I get tired after like 10 holes.
Yeah.
Like I start
get
getting
tired after like 3.
Yeah. Because I'm riding in a car.
Right.
But
There's
I
definitely-
can tell right around then that's when I start getting really tired because I start slicing again because I can't like use the power to like turn my wrist over and do like a certain grip anymore. I just go back into my like old habits.
I think they consider athletes just because there's a lot of physical skill involved.
Yeah, there is a lot of physical skill.
I mean,
But
just even.
What,
Oh, go ahead.
What about video game players then? There's a lot of skill in that too.
But
those people are definitely not athletes.
Yeah, I put in the same category as poker players.
Yeah, me too.
That's easy.
Skilled, but not athletes.
Exactly.
What about chess?
Poker.
Is that a mental sport or?
Yeah.
That is definitely a super high level competition, but it's not a sport.
Yeah,
I know. It's tough. That's because it made me start thinking like because.
Well, there are people born to be great chess players. That's 100% true. But there's no physical.
Yeah. I think it's the same as poker and video games, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Even in fact, video games are closer to being a sport and them being athletes than chess players.
Yeah.
Because the physical ability in chess players is zero. There is some for hand-eye coordination and quickness in terms of hitting the button and moving that mouse and stuff for video game players. So chess is actually farther away.
Yeah. And sport in video games. Well, I guess
those are less sports than.
You gotta know a little bit about the sport, but that doesn't mean you have to be. That doesn't mean you played it at some point.
Playing a sports video game is less like a video game being a sport than playing like StarCraft or League of Legends or something.
Right.
That's correct.
You know what I mean? There's no skill involved in playing there's no skill involved in playing a sports game. We need a lot of skill. Those are high skill level games.
Yes, League of Legends. Those people are as close to being an athlete as a video game player can be.
Yeah, that's as close as it gets.
I don't know.
That
like
and Dota too. Like the ones that are
when
like
I watch those people playing Street Fighter.
Oh, that too.
Like
Street Fighter's big. Street
and
Fighter's
they have like a huge pad like this, and they're like nonstop, just like this.
Street Fighter's very skilled.
My fingers would get tired after
Very
like
skill-based.
1 minute of what they do. So.
Street Fighter. What's the other one that's really skill based?
But Billy had a good point, even though he's not here.
Yeah, where is he anyway?
They're starting to test, like in the gaming, for drugs.
I think it's mostly going to be Adderall.
That's what I said to Billy.
Yeah.
I was like, just because it makes you focus. But that's what I was wondering. That made me lead to the chess thing first. That's what made me really lead to it. Like before chess tournaments, do they get tested?
I don't think so.
I know.
And I'm sure they're losing.
Oh, yeah.
Poker players don't either, I don't think, right?
They do not test, of course not.
No.
They don't care what you're on. I know people that have shown up to quite a few poker tournaments high, and it's not Adderall. It's whatever.
Right.
drugs they were using before they went to the poker tournament.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think you'd want to be like coked up or something though.
No.
Playing cards.
You wouldn't want to. Outside
Right.
of Adderall, there's nothing you'd want to take before a poker tournament. But that doesn't stop people from doing it. You know what I mean? You know,
You
just
think
like it
weed?
didn't stop Lawrence Taylor from smoking crack before games. You know,
That's true. But do you think weed? Some people it
weed
could.
would not. Okay, I guess if someone used weed a lot, and that's how they cope with stress, and it helps them to not. But there's no way you're thinking at your best on weed. But I
Right.
guess there are people that have impaired themselves to the point that they need weed to get back to normal. But those
Right.
people are at a disadvantage anyway from smoking so much weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
I know
true.
what you're saying because it makes you focus and get kind of tunnel vision. But
Yeah.
you're impaired. So you're
I
never
know.
better off being impaired than unimpaired.
I know, and it's weird with weed that it like increases your heart rate, but it still mellows a lot of people out.
Yeah. Well, so do cigarettes, though. You know,
Yeah,
they're a
that's true.
stimulant, but they make you feel calm. But
Yeah.
I think cigarettes, they'll make you feel calm because you were fiending for a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it makes
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
don't smoke calm, you know?
That's true. Actually, it's some people like after you quit smoking, you you get really tired because I don't know, there's something about it that actually like wakes you up too in a stimulant
Well, yeah,
way.
because, I mean, nicotine's a stimulant. It should wake you up.
Right. That's
But I know
weird
when
that it
people are
calms you
nervous, they
down,
smoke
but
cigarettes to calm down, you know?
Yeah, it's a stimulant, but it's supposed to relieve stress and crap somehow. I don't know.
Right.
right.
Like
Weird.
I said, I think it's more relieving stress because you're fiending for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then when you get
Right.
it, you're like, I'm not fiending anymore.
Yeah, you had to be a smoker in the first place, basically.
Yes, I don't
Yeah.
think non-smokers are calmed down by smoking a cigarette. I smoked a cigar for the first time ever. I wasn't calm. It felt like my brain flipped around in my head. And I'm not saying it didn't feel good, but it didn't calm me down, that's for sure.
Right.
Kind of made me
Yeah,
high. That's what it did.
Yeah. Lucky you didn't throw. If you inhaled a little bit, luckily you didn't throw
I did
up.
inhale a little bit. I did not throw up.
Yeah, I know.
I inhaled a lot at the start, and they were like, don't suck it into your lungs. I'm like, but how do you breathe without putting it into your lungs? It took me a
I know.
long time to figure out how to fill my cheeks to just blow it right out.
I can't even
Right,
use
right.
mouthwash without drinking a little, so it wouldn't work for me.
Yeah. But so bowling,
Bowling,
those,
yeah.
that's a sport.
Yeah, it's sport.
How are
they're
we
not
defining a
athletes.
sport? I think bowling is a sport, but how are we defining a sport?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Did anyone Webster sports?
I did earlier too. I just forgot to write it down. I was like, I better have this prepared for the show.
I'm not 100% sure bowling's a sport. I think it's a sport. It's definitely not
Yeah.
played by athletes.
An activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment.
Okay, then bowling's a sport.
Yep. So, man,
So chess and gaming aren't really sports. I wouldn't call it that.
No, there's no real physical
No.
exertion.
If you want to call it, like, if you want to put E in front of it and then call it that, then whatever. But
Yeah, that's fine.
man, that fishing thing, man, it's kind of getting me.
fishing thing?
You read that definition, it sounds like fishing could be a sport.
Oh,
It doesn't really. It does say competes against another, and they are competing technically, but
They are competing for biggest fish in those competitions. I don't really see where the physical exertion's coming from, though. I know
Reeling
some of
it
the
in
deep sea
is-
fishers. The deep sea fishers do work pretty hard, but I've never seen any deep sea fishing competitions. The fishing
You know-
competitions I see are bass.
how is it? And I'm trying to think though. If you think about bowling, is it really that much different between that and bowling? Really,
There's so little
bowling-
physical exertion in bowling.
you're bowling a lot more too. You're not casting a line and waiting like 5 minutes or whatever. That's true.
that's true.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
Well, I think in those professional competitions they cast and reel constantly. I don't think there's a lot of just sitting.
Well,
still.
yeah, the reeling could be. I think that could be a sport then. The reeling could be tough.
Listen, I think we have to say that physical exertion has to be something. It can't just be like breathing isn't physical exertion,
Right.
and reeling in a ball is not physical exertion. And honestly, throwing a bowling ball isn't physical exertion. Like, I'm never tired from throwing a bowling ball. My thumb might get sore, but
The next day,
nothing.
my hip and my ass are really sore the next day after bowling.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Like,
okay, wait,
sometimes that happens after a long walk too. You know.
wait. What's more physical exertion, that or golf, though?
Golf,
pretty close.
for
Golf.
sure. Especially if you were going to walk at 18 holes for 4 straight days.
But like
Or-
in a tournament,
so-
how many times
Like-
do they bowl? I don't know. That's one thing I don't know.
Yeah, me either. I
Let's say they bowled 4 games a day for, 4 days in a row.
I don't think it's that many, but even if it
Right.
was, I've never done that, so I guess. But I have bowled 3 games, and I'm not even tired at the end of it. Like, I usually, like, when my thumb is sore, I don't want to put my
Yeah.
thumb in that hole anymore. That's about it.
You have
golf.
2
Golf for
things. By the way, there's 2 things that I'm going back and saving for you
Mhm.
for our voice thing, which I don't have right now on there.
Right now? Oh.
In our episode for the cartoon thing, you said, "You guys know I love Peter, right?"
Nice.
You said that,
I do.
and right now
I love
you
all
just said, "I just can't stick my thumb in that hole anymore."
Yeah. A little
So-
too stinky.
Those are going to be some great sound drops at some point. But yeah, it's really tough when you read it.
Yeah, it's pretty vague, but I think you get to use your own common sense. Honestly, bowlers, like, when I see them, I know they're not athletes.
Right.
And I'm not even saying, like, I know there's professional baseball players that don't look like athletes, but they didn't do something. They were given a gift from God. Bowlers, I feel like they just bowled a lot.
What about arm wrestler? I kind of put that near bowling because that arm has to be a little bit strong. For
Are there
bowling.
actual arm wrestlers? Like, as a profession?
Yeah.
There are professional arm wrestlers,
Really?
and they are incredibly skilled. And they were born with a certain mechanics, like arm length, that gives them an advantage. But man, there's not. Well, arm wrestling's got to be a sport. It has to be, and those have to be
Yeah.
athletes by our little definition we just had. But it doesn't
Right.
feel right.
What if it's
Remember I
a real
told you,
flabby fat guy?
I know it when I see it. That doesn't feel like it. I need to be convinced.
I know.
You know.
That's a tough one right there.
Right. I say I know it when I see it. When I see that, it doesn't feel like it. So now someone has to convince me. I don't. Arm wrestling doesn't feel like a sport or athletes.
Right.
It feels more like weightlifting.
If you read the definition, though, it is pretty.
It definitely, the definition for sport, it fits it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
fit my personal definition. I'm not really
Right.
sure.
Right. It's just so minimal amount of time of physical exertion.
Right. I
Yeah,
usually feel
so-
endurance has to be in there somewhere.
It's kind of like sprinting,
I know.
though, but that's way more than arm wrestling.
Right. I know. Sprinting
Way
is
more.
such a unique sport.
And that's
those people are
huge
so
God-given
skilled.
talent.
Yes. It's almost all God-given talent.
Yep.
Like, they do a lot of work, but if you're not fast, you're not fast. There's no
Right.
amount of work that can make you fast.
I've seen a bunch of times with Bolt where he's far behind. Like, he had a bad
Yeah.
break, and he's just
Well, he's
faster than
tall.
everybody else.
He's tall, so it's hard for him to get off like the other guys. But
Right.
damn, is he faster than everyone else in the world.
I know. You'll see, like, the first couple steps, you're like, ooh, he's not going to get this one. And then by the end, he's doing his little jog with his arms out because he's
Yes.
so far ahead.
Yes. Yes. And when he does take off, and he's not last taking off, he wins by so much. That's when he's like pounding his chest and stuff.
Right.
You know.
Since
Yeah,
we
he's
got
an
a little bit
athlete
in
at
the
that sport.
Olympics, what about, like, shot put or hammer throw?
I never know. I know. I never know what to do with these.
It has to be.
Weightlifting.
It's in the
professional
Olympics.
A lot of things in the Olympics aren't sports though. Like, that one where they're
Curling?
just running around with the ribbon. Those people aren't athletes,
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know, man. And the people riding the
Curling.
horses, curling.
Oh,
Right. Just because it's the Olympics doesn't mean it's a sport. So
I know it should though.
I'm not really
Just
sure
to get
about.
rid of them.
What do you think about hammer throw and discus and those kind of just power sports that are super short like that?
There has to be something. I don't know. There's no way
I
like
don't-
you or I or you know
Do you know
could
this?
ever probably have done that.
Do you know that though? What if you practiced a really long time?
I don't think. I don't have the right
You
frame
definitely-
for it.
Yeah,
I know you
yeah,
guys
you
are
definitely
bigger.
could. You're too
I think
little.
Sam might have
Yeah.
been able to.
I don't know.
Especially.
Too much flab and fat.
Yeah, but that's a lot of those hammer throw guys have that big gut, and
Yeah.
They do.
you know.
I'm gonna say, man, they're probably athletes, but they're right on the edge.
For a test, we have to have Sam. All right, Sam. From right now on, just go in your backyard and start circling with anything, and try and throw it like the hammer throw. If in like 2 years, you're doing something decent, then it's not a sport.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, get yourself a hammer, buy one on the internet, and start
Yeah.
throwing that sucker every day.
I got a little I got like a regular hammer.
That
That's
counts.
All right.
Just
I'll
tie it to
start-
the end of a string.
Start with then I'll use a sledgehammer. Then I'll work my way up.
But for your
I love looking
montage
at
song,
I love looking at Billy all stuck.
I know.
It's pretty great.
Oh, now he's gone. Oh, he's not technically gone. But you have to listen to Sledgehammer while you're working out doing this too.
The song or the band?
Yeah, the song.
Gotcha.
Sledgehammer. I don't know, it's a pretty good montage song. I think. Why'd your thing turn?
I don't know.
Um,
I can't figure out how to fix. There we go.
so yeah, it's really tough to figure that out. But I got a game for you and Sam to play. Sam played it last week. I kind of explained it to you. And what you're gonna do is you keep increasing your guys' numbers back and forth until somebody thinks that you've gone too high, that you've gone too far.
Okay. I gotcha.
And the category. Who wants to go first? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first.
The category is Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And the first question is the total number of episodes in Seinfeld history, including the pilot.
Okay. I will say 100.
100. What do you think, Sam?
Do I say number? I forgot. Do I say higher or
You say higher, or if you
Oh.
think he's gone too high, then you say
Higher.
that's too many.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought he
How
just keeps
high,
going.
though? You got to say a number.
Okay. Yes.
He said
Higher.
100, so you got to say like 120, 110,
200?
200. What do you, Jesse?
He's too high.
Too high. Yes, he is too high. The answer is 179.
That's so
Including
funny
the
because
pilot.
180 was as high as I was going.
Oh, man.
Why did I think there's so many? I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember, there's only
weird.
9 seasons.
It seems like it lasted forever.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to like
I thought it was 300 or something.
when you watch like Modern Family or something, that's already on like the 10th season already for that. You know, some of those things that you
Yeah.
think have barely been on, they've already been on longer than Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, so the next question is, how many times was Newman on? This one's for Sam first. How many times was Newman in an episode? How many episodes was he in?
8.
8. Jesse?
40.
40.
Hmm.
Sam?
That's too high.
No way.
He was in 45 episodes.
Yeah, I knew
Newman
it.
was.
Yeah.
I don't remember being. Why don't I remember being in like 4 episodes? I'm way off.
Yeah. You just don't all the episodes like jumble together, so
I know. Sometimes he appears in one scene. I was thinking like, there's about 8 episodes. There's like 8 episodes that focus on Newman. That's pretty much
Sometimes they jambalaya. They all jambalaya
Right.
together. All right, and the last and the best question, which is worth 2 points and could tie it. I have a bonus question too, just in case. Um, how many girlfriends did Seinfeld have throughout all the
Oh,
seasons?
yes, so many. Um,
Jesse,
40.
40. Sam?
higher.
I know, what number?
Yeah, I'm trying to think still.
Oh, okay.
50.
50.
That's a good guess. Oh man, I'm gonna say 53. Higher, 53.
Sam?
Let's do too high.
Too high? 66.
Oh my
Jesse gets
god.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was a butt whooping.
Yeah. My last one was going to be, what year did it end in? Do either of you know it?
No, I would say 2000. 99.
What do you think, Sam?
It's breaking up. You said what year is the
Did
it
this
end?
did the series end? Yeah.
Yeah, 1989.
It's
Did you say
98.
99?
98,
He
really?
said 99 too. We're done playing. It's 98.
Oh,
But you already won from before that. That was the
yeah.
bonus little question or whatever.
I, I, it it would have been funny because whoever said 99, the other one would have said under and won because we both thought 99.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Well, you
couldn't go
can't.
over. So.
Yeah, yeah. You can already say it's too high. So that gets me into my next discussion that we can have. In that is, what is the best sports game of all time?
Madden.
And it can't be series. If you're
Oh,
picking Madden, you got to pick one Like, and even if you think Madden's the best series, it doesn't mean it's the best, one.
it's
Does
not.
Madden have the
Super
best
Tecmo
one?
Bowl. Super
Super
Tecmo
Tecmo
Bowl.
Bowl?
Yeah, that was my
Do you
favorite.
have any that you like, Sam?
Yeah, sorry, it's breaking up a lot. Like for some reason, any Google websites I can't go to right now. It's all right. It's starting to clear up. I think. Let me see. Talk some.
Can you hear me?
It sounded a little better. Okay. Any sports games? Well, we said that.
What's your favorite?
Okay, we said that skating games. So Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Skating's a sport. We said so.
Right. Which
Yeah, I
one?
did like Tony Hawk, and I liked Tiger Woods. There's a lot of them I liked, but Tecmo Super Bowl, that's definitely the one I wasted the most hours on.
Yeah. If that didn't come out, though, for a little bit longer, it would have been Tecmo Bowl.
Right, right.
If
Well,
they would have
it's
waited
funny
a couple of
because
years.
yeah, yeah, Tecmo Bowl. It's funny because Tecmo Bowl was fun, but when you look back, it was crap.
Yeah.
And even Super or Tecmo Super Bowl, that was okay, but it was still for the Nintendo. But when Super Tecmo Bowl came out for the Super Nintendo, I was like, oh god, this is so good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it
obviously
was
looking
really
back, it's
good.
still crap, but
Right.
it was great then.
My favorite one was, and I don't even remember the number of the Madden, even better than Tecmo Bowl, was the one where you could create a player on Madden, but you didn't get to pick like what the number was. You actually had to do like mini games kind of
I remember
to
that one.
make your player better. I really
I remember.
liked that one, and I didn't even play the game that much. I just did like
Yeah,
the mini games kind of.
yeah. You know what? That Madden wasn't the best though. Like a lot, the game wasn't the best. I remember
I
that
know.
one. I remember doing the mini games and stuff.
But they only
But
did it in
that one,
one. Why didn't they keep that? Because it made
I don't
you
know.
have to be skilled to make your guy better.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yep.
I don't know.
And but they did do. You know what they have done in quite a few Madden since then is after you created your guy in the off season, you could do mini games to make your guy better.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty
That
cool.
was more. Yeah, that was PlayStation 2 stuff.
Now, is unicycling a sport and if there's no rider on the unicycle, is it a sport?
No, unicycling is not a sport.
Because
We've already
so
discussed. If
Uniracers
you're
doesn't
riding
count.
something, no,
You ever play Uniracers?
no.
Oh my! It was actually like the first Rockstar game ever for Super Nintendo. They were under a different name though, and it was like
Right.
this badass unicycle game mixed with like extreme sports. But the unicycle was like a character. There was no like person riding it or anything. It was pretty badass.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
that's not a sport. That's not a sport game.
Yeah. You like any of the hockey ones, like Blades of Steel, or I know
Yeah,
you're not a hockey guy.
I liked
but
Blades of Steel, and I used to play some of the ones with Larry, and they were cool.
yeah,
But I just like the football games better. I like football better, is why.
yeah. I think to
Baseball
me,
games are too hard.
with the dual joystick controllers, hockey is the perfect setup for that because they have the one is for your skating and the other one's for your stick. So you're like stick
Right.
handling with the one hand. It actually is one of the most realistic feeling thing in any of
Right.
the sports games.
Yeah.
That's why it
Soccer
still
does
sounds
that
pretty
too, though,
good.
right?
Oh yeah,
Soccer
FIFA,
does
yeah.
that too, because you're doing your feet with the one and your head with the other.
I don't know.
I think
You're doing
you
your
do.
feet.
You do vision with one, and then the way
Yeah.
you're running with the other controller.
Right. So you're not really, I don't know. To me, when you're controlling two different, I know you're looking different ways, but you do that with first person shooters. You look with one and you hold a gun with the other. But with hockey, it's actually two physical things that you're doing, kind of. I don't know. It feels realistic to me. And, I mean, Tiger Woods was good with those too.
Yeah.
With
Tiger
the
Woods is
swing.
cool.
So, or whatever. What is it called now?
What's that? Tiger Woods?
Yeah, that just PGA something. Because he lost his thing.
Yeah, he's not sponsored by EA anymore. I don't know. I haven't played a golf game in quite a while.
Let me see.
Is your thing sounding better, Sam?
Yeah, I just lost internet completely. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Oh, okay. Must be the Edgewater area.
Yep.
That's probably why.
He said it was his computer, but that could be it too.
Yeah. But what sports games did you play? What were some of your?
Me, like, it was pretty much.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk was because it wasn't really a sport. It wasn't really like a sports game. It was more just like a combo, high score kind of game, like any other game. That's why I liked it. Then, of course, I took up an interest in skateboarding and skateboarded for a day after that.
Nice.
And, no, also I played.
Day?
Yeah.
How many hours out of the day did you put into physical activity?
To the skating?
Yeah. How many hours out?
Oh, how many hours of skating? I probably spent like 20 hours skating. That's it.
Oh, did you? You said one day though.
I know, but I mean
exaggerating.
there's like a month where I was like, oh, I'd go out and just ride up and down the driveway for an hour or two.
Oh man.
What else?
You were like, listen, I could spend this time playing Tony Hawk. This is stupid.
I know. I can't do a kickflip McTwist over a helical.
Right.
And this.
But
real
you
life
can
thing.
eat Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Nice.
I played Madden 04, and I don't know, like racing games. I don't know if all of those count. Like I don't think Mario Kart counts as a sport game, but
Mario Kart definitely.
If that did,
no.
If it did, that would be.
Need for Speed, nah, not either.
I was trying to get Jesse to agree that Uniracers was a sport.
No. There's not anybody riding the unicycles, so it can't.
I know, but it's kind of like it's pretty close to like what you would do in Tony Hawk, you know?
Yeah, but
right.
But playing it isn't a sport. It's a game with sports in it. That's what you got to look at it like.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct. But unicycling is not a sport. So.
But you're doing like the same tricks you would do on Tony Hawk on Uniracers.
If you're doing tricks on the unicycle,
there's not a person.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
What about Pong? Is Pong a sport?
No.
Oh, I played Mario Tennis.
So close to
That's got to be a sport.
Mario Tennis is a sport.
Yeah.
Jesse,
If the name
Remember Mario
is in it,
Tennis?
it's not a sport.
If Mario's in it?
Yes.
What about Mario
Do you
Super
remember
Sluggers?
Mario
It's literally
Tennis?
baseball.
If there
Jesse?
was if there was Mario football, that's still not a sport. As soon as you put
Right.
Mario in there, it's not a sport.
Right. But do you remember that, Jesse, when we played Mario Tennis for like 4 days nonstop, trying to beat
Yes.
like the head guy, and then we just turned it off finally, restarted it, and just beat it straight through, and we figured out like for some reason the more you played the guy, the better he got, or something.
Yeah, I do.
Something
I
weird
remember
like that. We literally played for like 12 hours straight.
I still got
It
the
was pretty
cartridge here.
insane. So, now do you remember the story, Sam, about Tom Brady
No.
with the deflated footballs?
Yeah.
Well, his suspension got upheld, so he's suspended for 4 games.
Really, that's pretty big for them.
Yes. And they reduced Le'Veon Bell's in the same day for a DUI from with like a controlled substance or something from 4 games to 2 games.
I think there was something to that one, though. Was that one maybe before they changed the policy he did that, so they were still kind of bound by that one, I think?
Right. Yeah,
wrong.
I think so.
I'm not sure. Something with that. But I don't know if I've ever talked on the show before about how I feel about Tom Brady and this particular thing, but I think Deflategate is a huge deal. I think Tom Brady's success these last 7, 8 years has been because of deflating footballs. The Patriots fumble far less than any other team, so much less that obviously something's going on. And in cold weather, their ball control is unbelievable. Brady's numbers go up instead of down
Right.
in cold weather. I think this is a huge deal. And I honestly think a whole season wouldn't have been out. So he's lucky he's only getting 4 games. Honestly.
Do you think there's any possibility, because they were saying like the Colts balls during that same game were like low also?
Mhm.
So do you think he always just said, hey, put them at the minimum amount possible, and then during cold games it actually reduced
Well,
it
I
a
heard
little?
that they retested them back in the building, though. It's not like they tested them on the sidelines.
Right. But how long would it take to reinflate almost, you know?
I don't know. I mean, just for the air to warm up. But
Yeah.
put it this way, he wasn't. He was underinflating footballs, and he has been for a long time. This isn't even
Right.
the first time they got caught. There was another game where they got caught with deflated footballs, but nobody really did anything about it. And I believe it was against the Colts.
Right.
And they had found it out, and they didn't say anything. And then this time they said something.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely messed up. The most messed up
out their
thing is that he
fumbles.
destroyed his phone before
Right,
the investigation.
right. And
So,
like I said, check out the fumbling numbers for the Patriots.
oh, that's
They're
insane.
historically good. Yeah, they're the best ever. And
Yeah, but they were one
the
of the
numbers-
worst ever just before they made that rule. In 06,
Yes.
they were like 23 out of 32. They were
Yes.
really bad.
Ever since then, they've been number 1.
Yes, by a lot.
Right.
What rule's
So-
that?
About how much you can deflate the football. It used to be you could do whatever you wanted with the football. Then they made it so you could only inflate it so much and deflate it so much, had a range. And ever since then, the Patriots have been the least fumbling team. And not by like a little, by like a tremendous amount. So much
I thought the
that you
rule
think
was
something's
actually
up.
that you couldn't bring your own balls and get them back after you got them initially tested until 06 or
That's one for the
something.
That's
soundboard.
correct. But in 06 is
Yeah.
also when they started making the guidelines to how much you can inflate
Okay.
and deflate. They did them all at the same time. All those rules
Okay.
were instituted at the same time.
Yeah.
Because before
And the
that,
Patriots were the one who wanted that to happen too.
No, the Patriots, it was wanted, and Brady and Manning wanted you to be able to work with the balls to get them the way they wanted them after the move. But basically, the NFL wanted to just bring in new balls every time and never have you touch them. And
that would
Manning
kind of suck.
can't do that. You have to let us, work them a little bit. Because what happened was punters were putting helium in the balls. And they were getting so much hang time that things were basically floating down. And the NFL was like, okay, you got to do something. So they started doing this. Mainly it was for kicking. But they just were like, we might as well do it for quarterbacks too.
Real quick, it can kind of go with what we're talking about, punting and video games. Because you remember, what made your punter one of the best punters when you were doing the video game, like creating a guy?
I don't remember.
Do you remember there was a thing where you try and kick it into like the corner out of bounds?
That's
within,
right.
Like,
there was like a little area and you had to try to drop it in there.
Yes. Why do no punters kick it out of bounds anymore?
I don't know.
Like they try and do that like backwards bounce at the 1 or something. Why don't they just kick it out of bounds? It never happens anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that is.
There must have been a thing with like the rate of possible fumbles in a punt is worth it, not to just kick it out of bounds.
Right.
But man, when you're on your own, when you're on the 40 or something, and you don't want to attempt a over 50-yard kick, you should just be booting it out of bounds. Yeah. So, I don't know. I thought that was definitely crazy.
They have gotten really good at having that ball land and go straight up or even backwards sometimes. They have gotten really good at that.
Yeah. But there's no question about it when you go out of bounds, if you know.
Right.
I don't know. That's really kind of weird. Did you hear the thing, Sam, about Android phones? About
the texting?
Yes, where the hack you're talking about, or not the hack, but it text you like a picture.
Yeah, I'm guessing something must automatically open it. It's the only way it could really work like that. And then, because you can open it. I don't know how it works. I didn't look it up that much, but I heard about it.
When somebody sends you a text message, the picture kind of already gives you a little preview.
Yeah, so you
technically open.
You are downloading something then.
So people are sending out like malware.
Yeah.
To Android phones that would mess up like 95% of phones if they just get a huge list of phones and send a picture to them. It will totally mess up your phone completely.
Yeah, they'll have to do
everything from it.
They can get rid of that by updating, but they're going to have to do it quick.
Yeah.
There weren't any viruses for Android really before. They have virus protectors, but it's pretty much confirmed they don't do anything because there were, but now there are viruses, obviously, because now they're actually talking about them. Before it was just kind of like made up, like, let's just make an app so you have to pay for a virus protector for viruses that don't exist. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they existed, but not like this one that I'm hearing about now. This is actually a real virus that could screw you up.
Yeah, really mess up your phone for sure. There was one for Apple that you would send like a certain thing to people and it would do like a little, I don't know, it would like freeze their phone until you turned it off or something like that. That happened last year, but it was nothing really bad. This one is really bad for Android. Yeah, I almost want to look at my phone and see how to like make it so it doesn't give me a preview that I have to download all messages. There's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I imagine they're going to be pretty quick with this update to fix it. They have to be.
Yeah. Speaking of updates, is anybody pumped up about the Windows 10 update tomorrow?
It's just another Windows.
Yeah.
It may or may not improve game performance, and I'll see that when it happens. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Technically, I actually already have it downloaded. If you go to, if you were signed up for it, you go to C, and then in your C folder, there's already Windows 10 downloaded already on your computer if you signed up for it. It's just, just not. Yeah, it's already downloaded. It's just not activated until tomorrow. It does without even telling you anything. Like, you'll just click on it, you'll see the folders getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it doesn't even tell you that it's happening. It's just like a surprise. Like, oh, it's already on there, and it's ready to go.
That's kind of weird.
I know. I didn't expect that. I expected something to pop up and say, "All right, we're downloading it now." But then I was reading on the internet and people were talking about this file on the computer. I was like, "What?" And I go there and I was like, "Oh crap! There's a file just downloading I didn't even know about." It's about 6 gigabytes.
You never know with Windows. Sometimes they blow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
wind blows.
You don't know whether to be excited or not. It's not like every version of Windows is great. I don't even know if they're at 50-50. You know, there's been a lot of bad Windows.
It's usually every other one,
but
but
great ones, you know?
it's usually every other one that sucks and every other one that's good. But this time they skipped a number, so who knows?
Yeah.
This is the most hyped one I've heard for Windows in a while.
I like that it has a start menu back. That's all I care about. Plus, there's going to be the start menu.
I don't think them giving it away for
Windows
free.
9 or Windows 8. I never got Windows 8. So
it was so
no,
bad.
I got Windows 7. Yeah, I still got Windows 7 on this computer and my laptop.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I'm gonna upgrade a 10 on my laptop.
Right from what?
Right. I went right from 98 to XP and from XP to Windows 7. Like I skipped everything else.
Those are the best ones. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
ME was horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Yes.
ME was horrible.
And Vista was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, Vista.
My
Updates
daughter had on her laptop was crap.
Updates would freeze and never ever work, and stuff would. But I'm gonna try it out.
They're hyping, and I don't know. Is it a thing? Is it a good thing that they're giving away for free, or are they just so upset that
the reason they're doing
what happened with Windows 8?
They're doing it because they want to promote their paid. Like Microsoft is kind of making their own Apple Store / Google Play Store, and they're giving away for free because they want to promote people to start buying apps from that. Like they're going to start selling video games like the same way they do Xbox instead of using like Steam or other downloaders and stuff.
There's even Microsoft Store at the mall by me that's like an Apple Store.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad though because the Apple Stores has like an hour line. Wait.
I was gonna say the Microsoft Store has like probably one nerd in there.
Yeah. That would be me.
You're like, oh my.
It would be me because I don't like Apple stuff. It's too expensive and.
The Android and Microsoft should team up and then dominate.
Yeah.
You guys realize that Microsoft is the dark side, led actually by the Emperor and Vader. And
no.
Apple is the rebellion.
I don't know. Apple's for old people now that don't know about technology, I think.
You got to reverse with Apple, though.
Now all I see is old people with Apple. It's different
Apple
now.
is the rebellion. They're
No.
They're the only thing standing between the Emperor, Bill Gates, and world domination.
They're the rebellion if you want to pay.
No, I think they're the ones that are trying to take over the universe.
You think they're bigger
you have to use
Apple
to do
is that your,
everything Apple.
No, they're not bigger than Microsoft, but they are $1,000.
No, they're not.
They're $1,000 more for the same computer. That's all I know.
Yeah, but at one point they were the rebellion, and then it switched.
Yeah.
And like,
well,
I don't know who they're rebelling now. They're all kind of evil, so.
They're winning. They're winning. They're not. They're still.
Android is the rebellion, actually.
Yeah, Android. Please subscribe to our Google Hangouts, our YouTube channel. Android is the not evil one. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Let me know when Apple tries to make
follow us on Google Plus.
When Apple tries to make 1,000 gigabyte internet available to you for like $100 or whatever.
Yeah, Google did do that.
Google is
no, listen. I hate Google.
If you put it to Google versus Apple, don't talk Android or anything. If you go Google versus Apple, I don't know where are you on that? Who's better to you?
Apple. Everything I own is Apple.
No, I mean
I don't even use Google. The only time I use Google is right here.
When's the last time you had to buy anything through Google?
I don't even use Google. What would I like? Literally, this is the
you
only
use
time
Google
I'm on
for
Google.
everything.
I don't though.
Use Safari and whatever search they use.
What search do they use?
I don't know. Just their own, right?
No, Safari.
It's like a Safari
is
search.
What comes up my. Yes, Safari, and when it pops up, whatever you want. Mine is Yahoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I literally don't use Google for anything. The only time I do is to come on here with you.
I know, but
I think
Google is actually you're on the wrong side now. Come over to Google. I can make a free phone call right now because of Google.
Yeah, but I'm kind of
make a free search because of Google.
All my phone calls are free.
What do you mean?
Apple's that depends on your provider, not your. Yeah,
well,
it's
whatever. I have unlimited calling, unlimited.
Yeah, that's
texting.
what I mean.
All my phone calls are free.
It's not free. You're paying per month.
Yeah, but so are we on
for phone service, but
yeah, but we're doing the same thing.
You are too. You're paying a monthly fee.
No, not with Google Voice. I could call right now.
You're paying a monthly fee for your phone.
No, right now from the laptop right now I can call from Google Voice and it's 100%.
Well, I can do that with Skype.
Yeah, you can do it with Skype. That is kind of
too,
that's
but
yeah, but another free service.
I'm saying Google's has all these things rolled into one.
Yeah, but Skype is Microsoft, and I think Apple probably has something too. It has some kind of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they probably make you pay for it somehow. They don't give you a phone number. And Skype, do you have
iTunes is free?
Skype, you can't use a phone number.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
when I call Larry,
they can call into
my
you
Skype or call his phone number. You can call my phone number too.
Yeah, you can
Skype phone number.
Yeah.
And you can answer it.
It works the same way as Google's. Yeah.
Yeah, and my phone.
Here's
phone
my
makes
thing. I like and dislike all of them, really, honestly. Because I mean, Microsoft, I like them for I like Windows, but then it's like, I don't like the Xbox anymore. I don't like.
But he stole that. He stole that.
I know.
From Jobs.
Yeah, but everybody kind of steals stuff. A lot of people stole stuff from Apple, though. The ideas, at least.
Yeah, that was big.
But
I mean, he stole Windows, and his whole empire is built on that.
Yeah, but it's still better. It's still better for games and stuff, so I like it better.
Yeah, I know.
It's only that has nothing to do with the actual system. That's just.
I just think my thing with Apple is that they get stubborn with certain things. Like, how long did it take before they let you even do a right click on Apple?
I know, that's what I don't like, and like their newest.
Why do they get so stubborn?
Their newest laptop coming out.
I realize the right click is better than not having.
Their newest laptop coming out just has one port in it. I don't like that. I like to just be able to plug, like, I mean, it's got the room for it. Why not just give us more ports? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the next one will have 2 ports, and then the one after that will have 3.
I will say one thing though: their build quality is always like the best.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I mean, even my laptop that's pretty like $600 Lenovo. My friend's MacBook Pro. It felt really sturdy. I mean, just.
Yeah.
You know what the Apple represents, right, Jesse?
What's that?
The apple, taking a bite out of the apple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the dark side.
Sold their soul.
Yeah. They're all kind of evil. They're all kind of evil. That's all there is to it.
I don't know. I think Google does their best to try.
Google's got a lot of data collection that they have a lot of potential to use for anything.
If you think they're not selling that data collection, you guys are crazy.
They are selling it, definitely. I think they are selling it, and
but that's so they can provide stuff for free.
But they're not providing it for free. They're providing it to get your information so they can sell it.
Yeah, for ad information and stuff.
Right.
They're selling it to advertisers.
Right.
Well, that's why they're giving it away for free. It's not really free. They're making tons of money on it.
Well,
they're giving you your personal information without your approval. No, man. Google's not the best. I will say this. I do like when they stood up to China. Remember when China was like, give us your users, and they're like, F you. I did like that.
Yeah.
I like it for convenience, but I wouldn't trust them with my life. It's hard to say. No. I wouldn't trust any of them. Not Microsoft, not Apple, not Google.
No.
Google almost had it with a real 100% free phone service too, but they lost the bid against Verizon for a certain hertz.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, is free that great all the time though? Because then there's always some kind of contract. Like now you gotta agree to their user thing where, yes, we can take your information to sell it legally. That kind of stuff. Sometimes you'd rather just pay for something in full. It's like I always say that about video games and stuff. I'd rather just buy a game for $60 and play it for free, and then have to buy a bunch of crap for it.
Right.
Yeah,
I do.
that's
I hate when I get on those free-to-play games, and then everything that's good is money, and I'm like, well, this isn't really free-to-play.
Exactly.
Because if you want to play it, I got to spend money. So much money, it would have been cheaper just to buy it in the first place.
You should have seen how pissed I was for Mario Kart 8 when I beat everything with like all gold things, and it didn't add any levels for me. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And then I see you have to buy these extra packs.
Yeah, there's extra packs like to play as
levels.
Link, to play as
But to play Excite Bike level, there was an Excite Bike.
And then they also have
about.
There's also they have a Mercedes-Benz car in the game. Like that's
really?
That's ridiculous. In a Mario Kart game, it's just like that is such product placement. It's like not even hiding it.
But I was so mad. I was like, I beat everything with, I don't know.
That's why you guys should be playing
Nintendo was good
League
about
of Legends, because not only is it free to play, but the only time you have to pay money is if you want to make your character look cool.
I thought you had to buy some. I thought you had to buy some of the
advantage.
champions or something.
No, you can buy them with in-game currency.
Oh, okay, that's all right then.
Yeah.
That's just like
the only thing you need outside currency for is skins, and the skins
okay.
have no advantage.
Just cosmetic
looks.
stuff.
Yes.
Okay. That's all right when they do that kind of stuff. I don't mind it when they do that stuff.
No, because then it's up to you. Do you want your guy to look cool, or are you fine with just the stock?
No, I do.
I mostly just have stock, honestly.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it in the new Mortal Kombat's though, because it's like you used to be able to unlock stuff like that, and then it's just like now you gotta pay for like a old school reptile skin.
Yeah, you gotta pay for Jason too, right?
The new that was the last one. The newest one you gotta pay for Goro even. It's like.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta pay $60 for the game, then you gotta pay for Goro. There's also a collector's edition of the game that's $80, and that doesn't even come with Goro. I don't think. It's like, damn, you gotta pay like $90 to get the full game.
If I spend $50 or $60, everything better be there.
Exactly. That's why if they do that, then I just wait like a year later because they always come out with a Game of the Year edition with everything in it, just to get another wave of people to buy, and that's me. If it's like that. Now with like Grand Theft Auto always comes with everything on it, so I buy those $60 when they come out. Usually.
Right.
Yeah.
But like now, like Mortal Kombat and
that was the okay thing about the Nintendo thing. It was $20, but it gave you all the extra levels and all the extra guys.
I'd probably buy it, but
I know. But I was still so mad because I worked forever to beat all those levels as much as I could. I'm like, why don't I have everybody? It's kind of
right. I never played that one. To be honest with you.
The Wii U 8.
I've only played 2 Mario Karts, the original, and then the first one for the Wii.
That's pretty much.
There was only one for the Wii. Now there's the Wii U system with the Mario Kart 8.
Gotcha.
It is actually. It has slight throwbacks to the original, which like collecting coins makes you go faster. Remember that in the original?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
they got rid of that.
I know. That's why I was surprised to see that. I've only played the first one, and the Wii one actually, and then the Game Boy Advance one too. But
you never played 64 either.
I played at someone's house, but I never had it. And then Double Dash, I've actually never played. I've only played Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Wii.
You know what? I think 60. I don't think I played the 64 one. Which one is it that had Wario Stadium?
I don't know.
Wario Stadium was the Wii.
Oh.
Where it's like a dirt bike track.
No. It's not the Wii, for sure. It's one.
You're right. They do have that as one of the special ones on the Wii, but I forget which one it was originally for. Like that's the special level on the new Wii one. That's the one I played the
most. And it's the one where if you win with Wario, he's like, I'm a Wario, and I'm gonna win. That's the one I played the most. Whatever one that one is.
It wasn't Double Dash, though. Did you have 2 characters?
In fact,
no.
What's that?
It wasn't Double Dash. I think it was 64.
There was 8 characters in this one.
Must have been 64 then.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
That's the one I played, because I actually bought it and downloaded it on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
For $5.
I don't know. Double Dash for GameCube was actually my favorite one. Besides this new one.
Yeah, the new one looks really good.
Back all the way back to the original after that.
I'm getting ready to buy. I'm probably gonna buy a Wii U over because you can buy a refurbished one for $200 on Nintendo's website. Yeah. So I might just buy that.
Mario Kart 8 is insane because you
man. Yo, I gotta
go upside down and everything.
All right.
All right.
We're about to do the outro anyways and
Okay.
get into the shitty aftermath.
All right, man.
See you later.
Later.
All right. See you guys later. Goo to be. All right, now it's time for the shitty aftermath.
Nice.
All right.
Good outro and good intro for the shitty aftermath. I like it.
Yeah. I'm not too sure about the outro. I kind
I
of
don't
did
know.
it quick.
No, I like it.
Weird, but
and I heard in context, I like it.
yeah, it actually. I don't know. I just went to this one guy that it's like Ben something audio. That I don't know if he creates it or whatever, but he's like, it's completely free, blah blah, is what he says. So I just downloaded it. I want to give a shout out to I don't know if it was one of you Legion of Demons that watched Daniel Demon. You can find his Twitch page on the description right below this. So very good. He plays Grand Theft Auto 5 on Twitch. He's very entertaining and responds to everybody. So I really like him. Yeah, so shitty aftermath. Did you have anything to bring up?
Yeah, I'm just wondering where Billy is.
Yes. Where is William? Because there was a viewer. I wonder if the viewer was him.
That's what I'm thinking too. But no, he keep watching still. I think it was him. There's no viewer anymore. Oh, by the way, while I was looking it up, while during the show, I was looking on YouTube and it said one viewer on there too. So I think it's synced up like that.
Okay.
It says one viewer on YouTube and one viewer on here at the same time.
I see.
I was just randomly looking it up.
But I wonder if after it's done, it counts that it still says.
I don't know. I don't think so. I bet it only counts like the views that are at when the video's fully uploaded and ready or whatever.
I'm pretty sure because I think even that one time we had like 4 viewers, or what, like our max or whatever.
Yeah.
It was when I got off there, it said 0 views. So.
Yeah, probably separated.
Yeah. Yep. So. I don't know. I thought that was a really good show, especially because a lot of it was about sports, you know.
Yep.
But we still kept it in the realm of other things. We know you have to work up on your Seinfeld knowledge a little bit.
I don't know why I thought Noon was only in 8 episodes. I was just thinking of like the 8 popular episodes. Like, oh, like there's Velvet Scrunchy one, and then there's the one with the dog.
Little cameos and a bunch.
I know. I guess that counts. I was just thinking of like Newman episodes. Like, oh, there's 8 episodes. I don't know. I was thinking,
but I can't believe what's his name, or Seinfeld had 66.
I knew it was a ton.
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
I knew it was a lot, but 66, that's crazy.
I knew I had to go high on that one, but I wish it went higher now.
Yeah. That's insane. I want to try one thing real quick so we can test out this phone thing. Maybe I should call Billy.
Yeah, you try it.
What's his let me look up his phone number real quick.
I know it. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't say on the show probably, huh?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and look it up. I was about to say it. I was like 6. Oh, now you know the first number.
Yep. But they don't know the area code.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true because yours is New York.
Easy.
No. You can just look up 716 to see where that's from the phone number you said earlier. Oh, yeah.
When I pulled it up to make a call, he's already saved on there. So. Let's see how this works. What up? Can you hear Sam? Talk, Sam. Wait,
Hey,
talk, Sam.
how you doing? I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear him?
Nope.
Could you hear Sam? Okay, let me mess with a couple things here. Talk, Sam.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
You
No,
can hear each other?
yeah, I can hear myself too.
Myself back too. Wait a minute. Oh no, I can't hear myself anymore. It's good.
Let me talk. Let's see. Oh, I can't hear myself now.
Okay, good.
Now,
There?
So you can hear that. Let's see. Can you hear the music? Hang on. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Nice.
music to
So
your.
when you call now, when we call into people, they can hear everything. So that's cool.
Yeah, we can hear them. We can talk to them. We call them assholes, whatever.
Yeah. Like, why the fuck didn't you come on the show, you dickhead?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh. I guess he didn't like that.
He died?
I guess he didn't like that.
Oh, yeah. You're still there. Nice. We're still live,
Yeah, I was
by the
gonna
way.
say my computer takes a shit, then my phone takes a shit.
Dude, that outro crushed it. Wait till you hear the outro when you watch it again.
I actually, when the computer wasn't working, I went ahead and watched it a little bit, and it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, this is actually going to be a good show without me for a change.
Every time you're not on, which has only been twice, that's our first and second best episode.
Well,
more viewers.
Yeah.
The microphone works really good, by the way.
Huh?
We had one viewer while you were gone and watching it.
Yeah.
One still after the Twitch thing?
Oh, I didn't tell you the story. I told Sam. I tried to call you. His internet connection kept messing up last night, so he didn't. He only broadcast for like 10 minutes, and then he had to shut down because he had the same problem you had.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
That sucks.
But he put it on his Twitter, but he doesn't have as many Twitter followers as he does with
Twitch.
Twitter.
My internet kept cutting out too, so.
Yeah. So you like my deep voice?
Yeah.
You should keep in touch. You should keep in touch with that guy though, because he was into it. I mean, it'll probably work out pretty good.
I like talking to him.
Yeah. It sucks. I had everything all clean. Actually wore a nice shirt.
Oh, man.
All kinds of shit.
You get to see your brother uses the gift you gave him, and you're not even there.
Hey, do you know
I actually heard it when I watched it on YouTube. I heard it a little bit, and it sounded great. I actually forgot about it, and then I was like, where's that good quality coming from? And then I saw your face, and I was like, oh, Golden Boy.
I know you're not watching now, but I didn't have a good. I was like, I want to get it in the angle, the camera angle, but I couldn't right now. I might find a better camera angle next time, but
right.
But yeah, it's definitely good quality. It's good quality, and it doesn't
light background. You got the light background.
It's good quality too. It doesn't pick up
show.
It doesn't pick up anything either. Like the fan, it doesn't even like activate like the old one did, and touching because the shock mount when you like touch the desk, it doesn't even like hurt the microphone at all. It doesn't even like. It's not even like, oh, I'm trying to say something.
Restoring my computer to factory settings. It's been doing this to me. I've been clicking on things and it won't. You know, the folders won't come up quick and everything. So.
Is it what Windows kind of Windows is it?
7, I think.
Oh well, you could just update to Windows 10 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
The only thing I don't like about Sam having the anti-shock thing is I can't tell if he's adjusting his mic or jerking off. You know, he's got his hand down there, but I don't hear the mic moving because he's got the anti-shock mic, so I don't know what's happening. Oh, yeah.
I think he probably should just...
take the whole desk.
I think he probably should just attach it to his peen.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear
then he has a shock mount.
Do you know what part of the show we're on?
What's that?
Do you know what part of the show we're on?
What do you mean?
Like, I'll tell you right now. Hang on.
What the hell was that?
Did you hear it?
What was that? It sounded like somebody was talking while farting was going on.
Yeah, it said shitty aftermath. Could you hear it good or no?
No, I just heard.
Might have been a little too loud. Yeah, let me turn it down and see if it sounds better. Hang on, try this. Could you hear it that time?
Did you use that?
Yeah.
All right, so this episode you use all the effects for the segments and everything.
Oh yeah. And I used our new outro, dude. The new outro worked out good, I think. It was this.
What was that?
The new outro. What the hell happened? Oh, hang on. I don't know why now it starts making me laugh.
Why? Where did you get that song from?
I looked for free. I just looked for free, like, completely free licensed songs or whatever. And this one dude's thing pulled up.
It's so corny.
It sounded. I felt like it sounded good to end the show, though.
No,
especially
when it almost sounds like it'd be a good show beginner.
Yeah, I don't know. I like our show beginner we got right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now, that's the only freaking thing I didn't download on the soundboard.
That's all right. Just the next week's show is just going to be perfect.
Oh yeah.
I had so many things to talk about too, but
I know. I'm surprised I kind of stretched it as much as I could for this one to get to where we got. I was like,
make the soundbite out of that. Also, Jesse earlier was talking about balls and like hanging, and like I was like, oh my god, this is just soundboard material.
When did he say that?
He was talking earlier about sports stuff. He said something about balls and then adjusting. I don't know what the hell. It's just like if you cut it all up and put it together, it would sound like fun.
Did you hear when he was talking about bowling?
No. Yeah, but I mean, what?
And he's like, man, sometimes I play so many games of bowling, I can't put my thumb in that hole anymore.
Oh yeah. That's one you're definitely gonna get sound out of.
That's a new sound thing.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's right when I clicked off and went right to YouTube. As soon as I clicked on there, it was at that. You guys were obviously past that point because it was delayed, but that's all I heard was I can't put my finger in the hole. And then you said there's two things now that I'm going to take off. The drop was the one thing from another show and then that one, and then I had to click off.
Definitely, that was awesome. Do you want to hear our new? Since I didn't get to use it, our breaking news thing.
Yeah. Is that from Anchorman?
I don't know. It just said breaking news. I found it.
It's so regular news corny.
Yes. It's perfect. It's better than the last one we had, I think. So.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Man, I wish I would have saved. I did a once you go black, you won't go back. Like such a bad version, but when I wasn't drunk, I was like, it's so bad that I can't even save it. But how about you? Do you remember the outro for that? The once you go black.
Hit the road, Jack.
Schmoes.
I forgot how the fuck it went.
Hit the road, schmoes. Yeah, that's right.
And once you go black, you won't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, schmoes. And once it goes black, you won't come back no more. California roll.